Rebirth Island is back in Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 3 Season 3 is just giving us Rebirth Island once again, and it is back and better than ever before. In addition to the standard map and game mode, we've also been giving ranked Rebirth Resurgence this year. And one of the most important things when it comes to playing a ranked game mode is where you guys are landing. That's why today we'll be talking about the best landing spots for Rebirth Island. The first spot that we're going to be taking a look at is Control Center. This has been a hot spot since the Black Ops 4 days when Rebirth Island was first launched. If you guys are looking for high kills and impressive gameplays for your YouTube or whatever, this is the spot where you're going to want to go. This is my go-to when I'm looking to get high kill gameplays, and unless you guys are looking for that, I don't really recommend looking to land here. If you're just playing for wins and not kills, I definitely recommend you staying later in the video to look at some other spots, because this, like I said, it's just fast-paced gunplay. If you're just looking for a continuous fight consistently until everybody's dead in this area, this is not your spot. But if you are, I highly recommend Control Center. The next location that we're going to be talking about is headquarters. I'm talking about these three buildings in the middle of the map. This is also an iconic landing spot for Rebirth Island. We have Grandma's Palace over here, but more importantly, we have these new scanners in this area. I would say this is probably the best scanner on the map. If you guys are not aware of what these scanners can do, they give you a randomized card that you can trade in at a buy station and give you a certain amount of loot, and it gives you a decent amount of cash too. And the best part about headquarters is the easy rotations that you get here. So I easily made my way on top of prison and was able to pick off a lot of people. Prison is an amazing power point, but we don't have to worry about that initial combat when we land at prison, but we'll get into that later in the video. Our next location is going to be Stronghold, and the very southern point of the map you will find this location, and this is the complete opposite of the last two locations. This is just a loot heaven. There's not as many people that usually land here in a game. Obviously it can change on how many people land here, but one thing that does not change here is the amount of loot that's here. You guys will see me grabbing a ton of orange legendary boxes and even my own loadout out of a box. So I highly recommend this area if you guys are looking to not get a lot of conflict but be able to get that loadout drop as soon as possible. If you guys are going for wins, definitely recommend this. If you're going for that nuke challenge that they just added in the Rebirth, this is the spot I would recommend the most of you. If you are a new player, also recommend this spot as well, as it plays a lot slower than the first two positions. The next location is more of a route as it involves two POIs, but I highly recommend landing Industry first and then rotating over to bioweapons. Industry is not quite as much as a hot drop as the other locations in here, so that's why I recommend landing here, as it's got a good amount of gold chests. As you'll see, I'll pop a UAV for the boxes here in a minute, and you'll see a good amount of gold boxes up in the top left between here and bioweapons. So I highly recommend landing at Industry and rotating over here, as there'll be a little bit more people over this way, and this place has so much money in it as well. If you go down here to the showers, you can actually get money just by pulling a string, as you'll see here in a second. But like I said, if you guys are looking for something a little bit slower but still want more kills than the last location that I just showed, this is the one that I would recommend for a pretty even balance across the board. Final location is going to be prison. I'm sure most of you guys saw this coming, but the reason why I recommend prison as a landing spot is it is so large. You guys are going to come across it in 90% of your games here on Rebirth, so it's almost better to just land here immediately. And the best part about prison is it is so large, there are a million ways to come into it, and not every single spot you land in is going to give you the same interaction. And the area you're going to see me land at is a little bit more of a sneaky way to get in there, so the gunfire isn't immediately there, but prison has a lot of loot in it because as large as it is, so they have a high spawn rate for loot. But if you land on top, you're looking for more of a gunfight like initially, and you're going to go for more of a higher kill. So depending on where you land, you're going to have a different playthrough landing at prison. But if you do manage to conquer prison, you'll have a PowerPoint for the rest of the game, and you don't have to worry about trying to chow a team off of it already. So you're just kind of looking to get that headache out of the way. But anyways, that is all for my landing spots. Let me know what you guys think of it. If there's anything I should have added in here or a secret spot you'd like to mention, let me know in the comments below. And it's been True, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time.